The harder you push right now, the slower your business actually moves. And it's not because you're doing something wrong. You're putting in the hours, your team is working, you're serious about this business. And still, the numbers are not moving the way they should. Most founders in this position assume the problem is them. It almost never is. The problem is a system that all of that effort is going into. My name is Adewumi-Zer. I'm the founder and CEO of Zer Consultant Africa. I've worked with scaling businesses over the continent for the last 2 decades. And one of the most demoralizing patterns I see is a founder who is generally working hard, leading well, and still watching the growth slow down. Today, I want to explain exactly why that happens and what it actually means. At the end of this video, you will understand why effort stops producing results at a certain stage of your growth, what the hidden tax of a broken system is inside a business, and the single diagnostic question you should ask before you push your team any harder. In the early stages of building a business, effort compounds. You work hard, results flow, and the momentum builds. This is why founders who succeed early almost always believe the formula is simple. Do more, push harder, stay consistent. But there's a structural limit to how far that formula will take you. And here's the reason. Effort compounds within systems. If the system is well designed, additional effort produces additional output. But if the system was built for a smaller, simpler version of the business and was never updated, additional effort produces friction rather than output, actually working against the structure, not with it. This is the bungalow versus skyscraper problem working in real time. You can't pour skyscraper level effort into a bungalow level system and expect skyscraper results. The system was never built to carry that load. And the harder you push, the more clearly that gap shows. I call this the hidden tax. Every broken system in your business charges a tax. Not in money, but in time, energy, and focus. And the bigger that business grows, the higher that tax is. A founder operating with no clear reporting structure spends roughly 40% of their week in reactive mode. One of the things that should have been flagged earlier, making decisions that should have been delegated, and solving problems that a proper system should have prevented. That is not a leadership failure, that is a design failure. And the symptoms are almost always the same. A team that is always busy but never quite finished. A founder who is always available but never quite ahead. Revenue that's coming in but never growing. I'm not speaking to you from an ivory tower here. I've been in your shoes. Back when I was a disciplined Type A executive in Munich, I thought the answer to growth was simply to out-hustle the system. I'd wake up at 5 a.m. to nurse my baby and go for a quick run. Then I'd rush to the office at 7, do some work, lock in my office door at 10 a.m. to bring out the breast pump, flying home at midday to take over baby duties for my partner, and logging in virtually, working then until bedtime. It was absolute chaos dressed up as performance. The hidden tax wasn't just my exhaustion, it was relational. It got so bad one day that my partner literally hurled his phone against the wall in pure exasperation because the pace was completely unsustainable. It took that breaking point for me to realize that pure human effort doesn't scale. I had to stop trying to be a superhero and start designing an institutional system around my life. A realization that eventually allowed me to build a support ecosystem when I transitioned to Kenya and Nigeria. Because if your business only moves because you're burning yourself alive, your structure is broken. Let's take a quick time out. If you want to know exactly where your business architecture is leaking, you don't have to guess. In my book, Afro-Optimism Unleashed, I break out the entire operational blueprint from cover to cover. But you can audit your structural vitals right now. Click on the link in the description to take the Scale Your Business scorecard. In less than 5 minutes, you'll get a brutal data-backed diagnostic of your company's true structural limits. So grab your score, find your ceiling, and let's get back to the video. So what do you do with this? I want to give you one question, and you sit with the answer honestly. The question is this: if your team doubled their effort tomorrow, would your output also double? If the answer is yes, then your system is working and effort is the right lever to pull. But if the answer is no, and for the majority of scaling African businesses, the answer is no, then the constraint is not your team. It is the structure they are working inside. So fixing the system before you add more effort is the equivalent of building a proper foundation before you add more floors. You wouldn't add a 10th floor to a bungalow, right? Instead, you would design from the ground up. Your business deserves the same thinking. In your business right now, where's the effort going? Is it going into building something new or maintaining what already exists? Drop your honest answer in the comments below. And if I've named a problem you've been feeling but couldn't describe, give me a like so I know that I'm hitting the depth you need. Then join our weekly strategy sessions on architecting the new Africa. Hit subscribe and ring the notification bell. Now, once you understand the operational tax your business is charging you have to look at the strategy itself. Click on the next video on the screen where we dismantle the ultimate founder paradox. How the exact playbook that built your business is what's slowing it down today. I'm Adewumi-Zer. This is what building in Africa actually looks like. I'll see you in the next one.